Tonight, and inside the waves followed the Pepperdine University Waves swimming and diving team to the PCAA Championships here at Long Beach's Belmont Plaza Pool. And this is the first time the Pepperdine Waves have had a realistic chance of winning the PCAA Conference Championship. They won the title outright during the regular conference season, and now they're here for the Conference Championships. And for the Waves, this could be a good sign.
Willie, Pepperdine's got a young, talented team this year, but if they're going to make up a 37-point bulge on the UCSB Gauchos and break their 4-year stranglehold on the PC2A crown, it'll take some strong individual performances tonight.
Well, Greg, you've been associated with the aquatics teams for 4 years, and you know the swimming team inside and out. And apparently the biggest problem that we could be facing as far as our swimming and diving team goes is our depth.
Yes, Willie, Pepperdine has more quality individual performers this year than I think they've ever had in their history. But schools like Long Beach and Santa Barbara have more quality swimmers in each event, and they'll pick up a lot of points by placing lower than Pepperdine.
Greg Outcalt has been a member of the Pepperdine water polo team for 4 years. He was the captain this past year, and he's been associated with Pepperdine Aquatics for his 4 years here at Pepperdine University, and he's going to help us get an inside look at the Pepperdine University swimming and diving team. If the Waves are going to pull it off here on the final night, they've had 2 nights already. This is the 3rd and final night. What are the Waves going to have to do here in the final night?
Okay, Pepperdine stars will have to shine. They've got championship contenders in several events. Rhode, a 2-time winner already in the PC2A swimming tournament. Daniel Malone, they'll be in the 100. Dwayne Feeney will be in the 200 backstroke. Brett Beedle, defending PC2A champion in the 200 breaststroke, as well as the 400 freestyle relay, are all championship contenders for the Waves tonight.
Does it come down to a case that the Waves are depending on certain swimmers to come through and win their races and then hope that the rest of the team pulls through?
Yeah, that's it. The Waves need strong performances from their stalwarts, but they also need the other members of the team to swim their best times and to move up a few places in the conference standings.
Let's take a look at a couple of the keys for the Waves so far. Rhode, and we also have Brett Beedle. Brett Beedle swimming in the breaststroke in the 100 and the 200.
Yes, Brett has already won the 100 breaststroke. He'll be going for the 200 tonight. He's a very solid favorite in both those events. Rhode, on the other hand, seems to be able to win just about every event he enters.
So for the Waves, if those 2 main men in their lineup can come through, how are the Waves' other players going to have to come through?
Okay, they take it for granted that Beedle and Rhode will win their events. Swimmers like Daniel Sue and Paul Marble in the 200 butterfly, Dwayne Feen in the 200 backstroke, they'll have to come through with big performances and pass up some of those other conference swimmers that they need to beat.
So let's get back to the action here at the PCAA Conference Swimming and Diving Championships. First, let's take a look at the 200-meter breaststroke and Brett Beedle for the Waves. What are your thoughts going into the race in the 200?
Well, I want to keep it stretched out because already this morning I swam my race and I really didn't, I went out too fast. So that made me burn out the last 50. So tonight I'm just going to try to stretch it out and keep it smooth, and I figure that'll be the key.
The swimmers are nearing the 50-yard turn of the 200-yard breaststroke. The intermediate time will give us an idea of what kind of pace they're on. Beedle makes the turn in a 27.2 in second place. 3/10 behind him is Steve Hatch from Santa Barbara, and in third, also from Santa Barbara, Bob Ward at a 28.10. Let's take a look at the lane assignments. In lane 1, Scott Adams from UOP. Lane 2, Steve Hatch from Santa Barbara. Lane 4, Brett Beedle, Pepperdine. Lane 5, Pablo Nualo, UNLV. Lane 7, Bob Ward, Santa Barbara. Lane 8, Brian Heberlein. Willie, Brett told us earlier how much he would like to break the 2-minute barrier. Looks like he may have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Some close observers have mentioned that if you break 2 minutes in the 200-meter breaststroke, that you'll go as low as 157, possibly even 156. Is 2 minutes the big barrier for you?
Well, right now it is. The last 3 years I haven't been able to do it, but I'm planning to do it NC2As, and I figure that once that barrier is broken, there's no stopping me.
Beedle explodes off the turn at 125 yards, and with every pole-kicking glide, he's starting to pull away from his PC2A competitors. The intermediate times for 150 yards will be coming up right now. Brett Beedle's in at a 128.3. Steve Hatch from Santa Barbara in second, 130.17. Moving into third, Pablo Nualo, 131.73. Okay, the competitors make the turn at 175 yards. There's 1 lap to go. Willie, Brett told us earlier that the key would be to stretch it out. It looks like he's stretching it out all the way to his 6th PC2A breaststroke title. Beedle's time, 2:00:14, a new PC2A record. In second place, Steve Hatch, 2:02.87. In third, Pablo Nualo, 2:04.45. With that time, Brett Beedle qualifies for the NC2A Championships.
So from the 200-yard breaststroke, let's turn our attention to the 100-yard freestyle here at the PCAA Championships, where the favorite is Pepperdine's own Peter Rhode. But there's another swimmer here for Pepperdine. His name's Daniel Duffer Malone, and he's got a good shot at finishing in the top 3. Right, Greg?
That's right, Willie. Duffer Malone is an enthusiastic freshman from Ransom Everglades High in Miami. He's shown some of the most marked improvement of all wave swimmers. He qualified 5th in the preliminaries, and he's looking to move up in the finals. He's swimming in lane 1. In lane 2, from Cal State Long Beach, Kevin Zerzow. In lane 4, Peter Rhode, another freshman from Pepperdine. Lane 5, Paul Carroll from UNLV. Lane 7, Per Bjorkman from UCSB. Lane 8, John Bogman, also from Santa Barbara. Peter Rhode goes into the turn at 75 yards with an ever-widening lead on the field. Paul Carroll of UNLV is in second. And it looks like we've got a real battle for third place. Daniel Duffer Malone from Pepperdine is in lane 1. He's trying to hold off the charge of the Gauchos in lane 7 and 8. Peter Rhode wins 43.88. Paul Carroll 44.98. In third place, Daniel Malone, Pepperdine, 45.18. With that time, Peter Rhode has broken the PC2A record, and he's also going to the NC2A Championships. With his fine third place finish, Duffer Malone finished a scant 0.5 off the NC2A qualifying time, but he'll be present at those championships along with the other members of the Wave's 400-yard freestyle relay, Victor De La Vega, Scott Grassmone, and Peter Rhode.
And although the Waves will not be sending their whole team to the NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships, the Waves did pick up a couple individual awards in the PCAA. Swim of the Year was freshman Peter Rhode, and the Coach of the Year was head coach Rick Rowland. For Greg Outcalt, I'm Willie Padilla, reporting for Inside the Waves from the Belmont Plaza Pool in Long Beach.